Indiana Governor Eric Holcomb has now signed 83 bills into law from this past legislative session, and more are on the way. Fox 55's Drew Fry is live tonight in downtown Fort Wayne to explain what these bills mean for Hoosiers. Drew.
Yeah, Chris, of those 83 bills, Holcomb received and signed 82 of them just in this past week. Now, some of them, like naming the state fossil of Indiana to be the mastodon, probably aren't going to affect Hoosiers on a day-to-day basis. But others have drawn opposition and debate from Democrats and Republicans alike. I talked with state leaders to recap some of these bills. State Senator Dennis Cruz helped author 54 bills this legislative session, several of which now have Governor Eric Holcomb's signature. With more bills on the way to the governor's desk, Cruz is perhaps proudest of passing a tax bill, House Bill 1002.
Over the next 7 years, we would have the lowest income tax flat rate in the United States of all 50 states.
As the legislative session wraps up this week, 100 bills or more could end up becoming law within the next several weeks. Former State Superintendent Jennifer McCormick, speaking with Allen County Democrats, says she's been fighting a lot of these bills, but is overwhelmed by a Republican-dominated legislature.
The supermajority is not healthy. It doesn't help, and a lot of the legislation that we just lived through, everybody spent time and resources to battle it. Some went through, some didn't, but it is past time that the supermajority is done.
Cruz says lawmaking isn't always clear-cut, even with one party in control. Most recently, Cruz says lawmakers discussed a constitutional carry bill for 3 hours Tuesday night before finally sending it to the governor's desk.
Having a supermajority of Republicans in the House and Senate almost gets to the point where we have so many of us that we infight amongst ourselves almost as much as we do with the Democrats.
McCormick says Democrats are still trying to make their voices heard, though. Her main focus is pushing back against education bills that strip power from school boards and teachers. Most notably, the critical race theory-inspired House bill is not on its way to the governor.
There's so many that were so bad. Some of them died in the last hour, which is thankful, but knowing Indiana and having lived through 4 sessions at the State House, they will come back. So we can't relax. We just have to know what we're up against.
Many representatives have gone home for the week, so Cruz says that all eyes now are going to be on Governor Holcomb. He's particularly interested to see if he vetoes that constitutional carry bill, which has brought up a lot of controversy. Holcomb's superintendent of state police has recommended that that bill be vetoed, so it's interesting to see whether Holcomb is going to follow in line with that or follow along with his party. Cruz says that Holcomb tends to veto maybe 1 or 2 bills per session, but this one could impact Holcomb's popularity if he decides to run for another state office in the future. Reporting live in Fort Wayne, I'm Drew Fry, Fox 55 News.